I'm here with UFC lightweight Kevin Lee. So first of all, first time in Glasgow?
Yeah, first time in Scotland. They promised me a kilt and they let me down today. I think the kilt would have rocked really well with the Gucci slips. But what can I do? You know, I'm enjoying myself. I'll stand next to a fucking Viking who would have killed all. And how many people can say they did some shit like that?
All right. So let's just go back to your, obviously the controversy. Well, you might not call it controversy, but the fight with Mike Chiesa. So looking back at it now, has your opinions changed on it, or does it still say the same?
No, you look at any of the footage, you look at anybody in the know, they see as soon as he stops fighting the hands, he goes limp. And the second that you stop defending yourself, you know, waiting for me to burn my arms out isn't intelligent defense. That's the name of the game. Defend yourself at all times. The second you stop defending yourself, the ref has an obligation and a duty to step in and protect his brain. So if anything, he shouldn't be mad at Mario Yamasaki. He should be thanking Mario. And if he wants to run it back, we can do that one again in Detroit. I like that fight again. I'll turn the man's face into hamburger meat if he really wants me to. If you look at, even before the choke, you know, he wasn't taking those punches too well. So I don't know. If he would have stood up in the second round, I would have took my head off to him because he would have took a vicious beating in the second. You know, people didn't even get to see the stand. 90% of that fight was stand up for me. You know, the preparation, everything else, and I didn't even get to show that part yet. So if Mike want me to show off for the folks, I will.
And have you heard anything from his appeal?
No, nothing's gonna come of it. You know, anybody. You look at anybody and know he's just wasting his money. He's wasting his time. He's wasting the lawyer's time. He's wasting the UFC's time. Again, if he wants to run it back, we can. I will gladly run it back in Detroit. All they have to do is just approach me with the contract. I'll sign it right now. It's a done deal. Again, I'll take some years off the man's life if you want me to.
Okay. And recently, obviously, you tweeted about accepting the role for Tough, but recently it's been announced that it's now Justin Gaethje and Eddie Alvarez. So just what happened with that and what's your thoughts on that?
I guess they want to kill Tough. I guess Tough is already dead and they want to make sure it's buried in the ground because nobody is going to... I feel sorry for the women on that show. They aren't going to get as many eyeballs, you know, and it's a shame because they're great fighters and they should get that kind of coverage. But nobody's going to watch Gaethje and Eddie. I'm sorry I'm shitting on the show, but you got two drunk slurs. You know, they're going to be slurring at each other, yelling these crazy insults and whatever they're going to do. They're going to try their best because they see other guys doing it. But it's just not them, you know. They should stick to what they know. I think the UFC dropped the ball on that one, but I'm gonna slide my way up in there one way. It ain't over. It ain't over to the fat lady saying just because Dana say it's true don't mean it's true. When I say it's true, that's when it's true.
But what do you think of that fight in general? Who do you think's gonna win that?
It's a toss-up for me. I think Gaethje will win it just off of being younger, and because Eddie's a little stupid. Eddie's gonna get in there. Eddie's gonna brawl. Eddie's probably gonna get knocked out. Eddie's got a lot of miles on the body. There's only so much that you can do, but Eddie's got more skill than Justin, so I can see Eddie knocking Justin out too. You know, Justin, I don't think he's that. You know, I don't think he's all that. I mean, he's very basic. He hasn't fought somebody at that level yet. It's gonna be a huge step up for him. He's only fought journeyman so far in his career. Eddie's another journeyman. I don't see why they put them together, but hey, I guess Justin brings in the money. I don't know what he do, but yeah.
But how do you rate his performance against Michael Jonhson then?
I gave it like a C. I gave it like a C. Mike quit in the first minute of the first round. You look in his eyes, the man quit. And he still got hurt twice by somebody that quit and was just throwing get the fuck up off me punches. They weren't even to hurt Justin, and Justin was still getting hurt. He came back, he made him quit eventually, but I gave him like a C. And it wasn't great. It wasn't shit that we ain't already seen. It's a great fight for the fans. I will give him that. You know, he does like to make it exciting. It was exciting for me to watch. As far as a competitor, I didn't see too much.
Any word on your next fight? Because obviously looks like there's loads of different names that's been rolling around, like Khabib, Tony Ferguson, even Michael Jonhson. So who is it that you want next?
It's only been a day since that since the Justin and Eddie fight has been announced. I was pushing for either one of those names. Apparently they matched them up together. They've got great management. They took the easier fight. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, the UFC Detroit card will be huge.
What about Dustin Poirier? That's one name I haven't heard you mention. Is that a fight that would interest you?
I like that fight too. I like that fight. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how it shake up. I like Tony. I like Khabib. I like all these guys. So we're gonna see how it shake up.
And UFC 218 is coming to Detroit. So how much would it mean to you to obviously be on that card?
I think it's huge, not just for me, but for the sport in general. We've got an opportunity to capture a lot of these fans that are still over in boxing. I've said it many times, but UFC hasn't broken into the black community in America yet, and they need to. And I think it's a perfect time, perfect place. They got the perfect guy to do it. Let's make it happen. It don't matter who they put me against. Let's make it happen. Let's get some more eyes on the UFC. I think that's what I bring in even more than just the hardcore fans. The hardcore fans are going to watch it anyway. I'm pushing for those casuals, those people that don't really know too much about the UFC other than Conor McGregor fights in it. So, I think that's what I bring. I think I bring a lot of value to this division and to this sport. You look at the rest of this division, it's stagnant. All these dudes, Khabib, Edson Barboza, Tony, Khabib, or Conor, they're all stagnant. I think I bring new life to the division, and that's my value.
And obviously you're still young at the moment, so is the lightweight division a division that you would want to stay in for the rest of your career, or can you see yourself maybe moving down or up? Or
I said they should have made the 165. I still don't see what the holdup is. Let's do it. Let's make the 165 division, and I'll be the champion in that division, and then we can have a super fight. That just creates more super fights. It creates more top 10 guys. You can take 55 and 70 and split it up in half, and you'll have a whole new division. I think that's a smarter move to make. I'll be healthier. I can fight more often. I'll fight much better. I cut a lot of weight. I'm sitting up here. I'm like 190 pounds right now. I've done a lot of traveling and shit, but this is what I normally am. I'm a big guy. I cut the weight, but at 165, I'm much better. If I have to go up to 170 eventually, I will. But we'll see what happens. I don't know how many more cuts down at 55 I can even make, to be honest with you. And it does kind of hinder me as far as taking short notice fights. So we'll see how it shakes up.
Okay, and obviously it won't be an interview without actually asking you about the McGregor-Mayweather tour. So I just want to get your opinion on that. And did you manage to catch up with all the tour dates? And just what do you think of it overall?
I saw pieces of the first one in LA, and I think I seen some pieces of the one in New York that they did. But I've been traveling, I've been doing my own thing. I've been focused on me more so than that. So it was weird. It was weird, the first one. It seems like Floyd's a little out of touch. He's trying to bring back the Pretty Boy Floyd, and Pretty Boy Floyd was hot in 2004, 2005. It's 2017 now. We gotta, we on to the next generation. So I thought it was weird. I think that Conor kind of bringing out the young type Floyd. Floyd should stick to what he do and keep doing what he do. I don't know. I haven't seen too much of it, so I honestly can't comment on it too much as far as like the press conference and everything. I just thought it was weird the way they set it up.
Okay, and also there was racial comments made by Conor McGregor, which some people, well, I think he believes that it was taken out of context, but what's your opinion on that and everything?
And I did hear that, and I think honestly Conor just doesn't know no better. I think he's an Irishman who's pretending to be an American. He's a culture vulture, is what he is, and he doesn't really understand what he's saying, even, because he didn't grow up in America. He doesn't understand even the backdrop and the history and what happens when you say those types of things. So he's a culture vulture. I said it before. I said it during the press conference, and people got mad at me for saying, that Conor wants to be like me. He ain't nothing better than being young, black, and rich. And I think he even see that, and he was wishing a little bit. I think he's in a tanning bed every night.
All right, and just lastly, I just wanted to get your prediction on Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather.
I think Floyd's not just a better boxer, but a smarter fighter, and he's a championship level fighter. He's obviously the better boxer. We look at it, we can see he's the better boxer. But sometimes being better, it just isn't enough. Because Conor will hit him with some unpredictable stuff. Floyd's never fought a switch stance fighter before, and I think Conor sees that. Floyd's never fought somebody who can handle that clinch like that. Floyd's fought power hitters before, but he's never fought somebody with that type of movement, even that type of stance. So if it was against any other boxer, I think Conor would stand a really great chance of winning. But Floyd's a championship level boxer. He's going to prepare. He's bringing in. I've seen his training camp. He's bringing in guys that are going to mimic that style, and he's preparing the right way. So with right preparation comes a right game plan, and with a right game plan comes the victory.
Kevin Lee, thanks for your time.
My man.